The next topic is sound and color. Roerich said, quote, I especially feel contact with music. And just as a composer who writes an overture chooses a certain key for it, in the same way, I choose a certain scale, a range of colors, or rather a leitmotif of colors on which I based my entire scheme. Such a high perception by Roerich of the musicality of color and colorfulness of sound also echoes Rimsky-Korsakov's sound color painting and Scriabin's color music. Trying to convey his vision of sounds to the audience, Scriabin wrote a symphonic poem, Prometheus. And in the music score, the light line was inscribed separately. It's like, can you imagine that the music score of symphony orchestra and each instrument just mentioned over there? And in this huge score was a specially separate line, what they call luce, means light.
Mentioning Russian composer Scriabin's Prometheus, right? And to show the connection with the Agni Yoga teaching, we would like to read paragraph 260 from the book Agni Yoga. Quote, also, no one should reconsider the true correlations of sound and color. There is a stage in the development of psychic energy called luminous, when the essence of being begins to emit light. This resounding of light is evidence of a degree of proximity to the realization of the far-off world, and the manifestation of light radiating and resounding is a bridge to the fire of space, end quote. The relatedness of the search for the synthesis of color and sound by Roerich and Scriabin is very interesting. The only difference is that Scriabin tried to find analogs of color in music, and Roerich tried to find analogs of music in color. And this is why his paintings are so musical. Roerich's colors sing, they are full of harmony. And here we will read the paragraph from the book Brotherhood to show how this concept is reflected, concept is reflected there. So quote, without realization of the significance of music, it is impossible to understand the sounding of nature. The song of waterfall or river or ocean will be only a roar. The wind will not bring melody and will not resound in the trees as a solemn hymn. The best harmonies vanish for the unopened ear, end quote.
Roerich's thoughts about nature as a source of inspiration and its embodiment in his paintings, where people sing, people listen, and the play for space are fascinating. Roerich said, it's quote, we have heard songs composed not for people, but for the great desert itself, in the sacred mountains and deserts. The Mongol, the singer, refused to repeat a beautiful song that someone accidentally heard, because he sings only for the great desert. And to illustrate this topic, I have to share with you just some our feeling and my personal kind of thoughts about music and paintings, because when I prepare this topic, working with different painting by Nicholas Roerich, I was trying to design a music which really reflects, first of all, the title of music, this story, which is really accompanying music, the color of music, and of course, the all emotional kind of sense which really paintings Nicholas Roerich really projects toward to us. And now,
And so to illustrate, we would like to show a few Roerich's paintings on the theme. The first one is Krishna in the Kulu Valley. This is what Roerich said about this painting in the article Gods of Kuluta. Quote,
yeah,
in the Silver Valley, the great shepherd called to life all living belongs with the silver sounds of his flute. He calls to joy. And apple, pear, cherry, and plum trees respond to the call with lush flowering. Willow trees reveal fluffy flowers, and apricot trees have turned lilac. The walnut tree is covered with the yellow color, and the fragrant life-giving juice of the deodar flows like healing nectar. Nectar or nectar, not sure. Beneath the rose-covered apple trees, the eternal Krishna on his flute plays his divine songs of rebirth. End quote.
Mhm.
In another painting that you see right now, women listening to the music of a waterfall. You will hear them plucking the strings of the traditional Chinese musical instrument guzheng. So you see the painting where people are walking around the church. This painting is called "Now the Powers of Heaven Serve with Us Invisibly." Traditionally, the choir will sing a church hymn with the same title. So Nikolai would like you to hear this church hymn.
I believe I have with Nicholas Roerich same experience, because it's all traditional hymn which we know so really well, and it's really amazing to see picture with painting with this song.
With this, yes,
beautiful church hymn, yeah.